Hello everyone, welcome to Challenge to Build, and in today's tool review video, I will be talking about this Milwaukee M12 right angle friction ring impact ratchet. That's a mouthful to say, but let me tell you something. This is a kind of a specialty style ratchet. This is not just an ordinary 3/8 half-inch or quarter-inch drive ratchet. You can tell just by simply looking at the overall design of this. What Milwaukee has done is incorporated the technology of the impact driver, such as what they would have in like this 3/8 compact driver, or even simply your quarter-inch bit driver here, into the head of a 3/8 drive ratchet. And let me tell you something, I am currently working on my 86 Suburban, and I am going to do a real life trial. I actually got ahead of myself in this video. I was having so much fun removing some of the bolts that there are only a few left, and I figured I'd probably better stop and get to doing the review on this because I was really impressed with how it worked. And I'm really not even going to give you too many details about it because I think it will just end up selling itself. We already know that Milwaukee makes a top-notch piece of equipment. As you can see, I've started to acquire my own custom set between the M18 and this being my first M12 piece. I bought this specifically for what I'm working on, and you will see that in just a second. The overall functions of this is very straightforward. You have a forward reverse switch here. They give you a setting between 1, 2, and 3 on the amount of torque applied. So here is speed 1. Here is speed 2. And here is speed 3. And each of those settings between 1 through 3 gives you a different torque applied. And then there is something special with the Milwaukee. They have something called Takeoff mode, which there is a little icon on the bottom, which is like in a rotation with an arrow. And it's called Takeoff mode. So what it's going to do is you're going to listen to it now. And you're going to notice that it's spinning very slowly. But what it does is as soon as you put torque on the 3/8 anvil, I can't even hold it because that's how strong it is. But you can hear it spin up to speed. And what that does is it will break the bolt off, not physically, hopefully, but it will take off the nut or the bolt using as much torque as it's needed. And then what it will do is it will slow down as you take off the nut or take out the bolt. It's kind of hard to explain. Hopefully you'll be able to see it in action over here. It is a little bulky. The size is much larger than your standard quarter-inch or 3/8 ratchets that Milwaukee makes. And again, this is a very special tool. So if you have the space to use it, in the short time that I've been using it over here, it has paid for itself with the very first bolt that I took off. So we're going to set up over here and get to work on the truck and try to remove as many bolts as I can. So let's challenge the build. So unfortunately, this is going to be a little bit difficult for me to show you properly. So what you are going to see is you're going to see a picture-in-picture come up right about now. And this is going to be a constant stream of what is happening down here. Now, this is an original truck and it hasn't been touched. So these exhaust manifold bolts have been rusted on here for well over 30 years. This is a 1986, so I figured this is the best way to show you the capabilities of this ratchet. This is a really delicate process down here because these can break off. I actually already had one bolt head round off. So I am going to put a socket on this and I'm going to attempt to take out as many bolts as I can. So here goes nothing. And here we go. And I'm going to let the ratchet do the work for a few seconds. Now I just switched it from reverse to forward, and now I'm back into reverse. So I'm going to hit it again. If I can stay on the socket. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go forwards. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go forwards. Hearing protection is another good thing that you might want to do. And unfortunately, I don't think this is going to break loose. So when all else fails, that's why we have the 18-volt stuff. So this is an impromptu review on the M18 3/8 compact impact driver. And that was about as real as it gets. The M12 3/8 ratchet for this particular bolt did not work. So that kind of backfired. But we're going to try it again on a different one. Segue into a review for this bad boy. This, I think, just sold itself. Yeah. So as you just witnessed, this came in for the clutch win. It goes to show you, more power is always better. The downside with this is, again, the size. It's not as compact, but I believe I wasn't even prepared for this. This, I think, is upwards of 300 foot-pounds, plus or minus. So just that added little bit of extra oomph, and then the constant back and forth, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, got it to break loose with no heat, no nothing. So 30 plus years of rust. I think this one just sold itself. We're going to go back to the original right angle to see if we can bust out any more of these with the success that we had with this one. This one too also has the 3 speeds. 1, 2, 3, and then it also has the takeoff mode as well. So on to the next one. So same thing, I'm going to use this in mode 3. So this way here I have maximum torque at all times, forward and reverse. Because as a friendly tip, when you're working on these things and these rusted nuts and bolts, if you are hitting them with an impact driver and they are not budging when they go in reverse, it's always a good idea to hit them forward and kind of go back and forth, and sometimes you get lucky like I did and they break free. Sometimes you have to introduce heat, and sometimes you need to introduce some kind of penetrant. So a little bit more than just a review video here. We're actually trying to physically get some work done on this. So here we go again. Round 2. Let's try this again. And 3, 2, 1. Well, that was a little bit better. And I did not break any of these loose, so we're gonna continue on. Let's try this back one. Butter, baby. That's how it's supposed to work. 3, 2, 1. That's what I like, baby. And if I didn't have the issue on the front bolt, this would be the last one. So, nope, yep, one. No, this is the last one in the back. And then I got to work on the front bolt. So, let's see here. 3, 2, 1. All right, so how many bolts was that? 1, 2, 3. I tried 4. So overall, 3 out of 4 bolts isn't bad. And we got a little segue into the 3/8 drive compact, which I will have a more in-depth review on that in another video. But that's about as real as it gets. And now to wrap up this review and continue on. So that was probably one of the more interesting review videos I've probably shot in a really long time. I can say that it didn't really go as planned, but I think because it didn't go as planned, it definitely helped bring across the authenticity that I try to bring in all of my review videos. And while I was going to make a separate review video for this particular driver, which I still plan on doing, at least you got to see that in action, and that is one bad mamma jamma in itself. And this here, I bought this as a tool only, and then bought the M12 CP 2.5 high output battery separately. So I do not believe that there is a kit that this comes with. The nice thing is, because I've started creating my own M18 battery kit, the battery chargers that come with the kits, most of them have the M12 charger slot, so I didn't need to worry about getting a charger. So do your research, read the reviews, read through the product description. I personally don't think that you will need to do that, considering what you just watched, if you watched the whole video. I think this is one of those tools that when you see it, you automatically think professional equipment, and I think it sold itself. So that does it for me and this review. Thanks for watching. All that's left for you to do is go out to challenge your build. I will see you in an upcoming video.